Joffrey Ragland has exposed Doria Ragland. Who is this guy? What is their story? How he exposed them? Why? This is exactly what we want to talk about in this video. But before we move on, just to remind you, most of my viewers are not subscribed. If you are one of them, consider to subscribe and hit the bell because you do not want to miss out on all of this good stuff. Let's talk about how Joffrey Ragland he came into the picture. In 1983, when Meghan Markle was just born, according to one report, she was born in 1981. There are other reports which I believe is true, and that is that she was born even before that. In fact, according to Thomas Markle Sr., her father, she was born in 1977. We will not talk about that in this video. Let's assume, or let's go with this report that claimed she was born in 1981. In 1983, 2 years after her birth, her grandfather, Alvin Ragland, Meghan's grandfather, Alvin Ragland, he married Ava Varro in 1983, and they had a son called Alvin Joffrey Ragland. That makes Joffrey Ragland the half-brother or step-brother of Doria Ragland. Alvin Ragland, he had properties, and that property he used for his own accommodation, and also he took care of Doria Ragland, his daughter. When Doria was living there, she did not have Joffrey Ragland around because he came in the picture after many years. When his first wife, Alvin Ragland, Doria's father, he lost his wife, Janet Johnson, who is Doria Ragland's mother. He got married with Ava Varro. So then Joffrey Ragland came into the picture. For a very long time, Doria was living with her father, and they had no kid, and they were happy, and the property was solely shared by Doria Ragland, according to what I understand. But then things went very, very bad and downhill. Even though Joffrey Ragland, he works in LA as a software or technical engineer, nevertheless he does want some share from the property of his father. And of course, I mean, who wouldn't want that? Joffrey Ragland wanted that. But because Doria Ragland was living in that property with her father for a very long time, what appears to me looks like, and according to the new report, Doria refused to share that property with Joffrey Ragland, saying that, who are you? You came into the picture after a very long time. I took care of the property, so you will not get anything. Now, there is another problem with Joffrey that Meghan and also her mother has at the moment. And that is that they did not invite, Meghan did not invite her uncle Joffrey Ragland to her wedding. He could have been an easy candidate, but they left him out. Why? Because of these tensions. Alvin Ragland, Doria's father, died in the year 2011. And the reason for the death was because he was walking outside, he tripped on the leash of his dog, and he fell on the ground, hit his head, and he died. I do doubt that story, even though the coroner, he said there was no foul play. But to me, looks like there must be more investigation done. Why he fell and died. This is something not sitting very well with me, at least. Well, so this is the story, and so what happened now is something very, very interesting. According to this new report, it is saying that Doria Ragland, she swindled her brother and everybody else in the family from the property her father left behind. She did not give anything to anybody, meaning she is holding the sole ownership of all of these properties, and now the family is saying that is not going to happen. We are going to fight for it. And according to this report, and if it is true, then it is going to be a huge disaster for the family. Now let's take a look at some of these pictures to show you where I got the information, how I collected it, and I want to show you some pictures at the same time too. So let's take a look at the first picture. Okay, so this is where he tripped. This is where Alvin Ragland was walking his dog and he tripped and something happened. So if you read from here, it clearly says that Alvin tripped and fell outside of the olive green home where Megan's mother Doria now lives. This is why it is so suspicious to me. Very, very suspicious, because why would Doria still be using that property and nobody else? I mean, yeah, okay, your daughter, you can use your father's property, no problem with that. But what about Joffrey and what about other family members? Where are they? This property, this house is being used only by Doria. So she lives in the View Park, Windsor Hills suburb of LA, also known as the Black Beverly Hills. Okay, this is where she is living right now, Doria Ragland. Again, take a look at this place. And this is Alvin Ragland, and this looks like to me Meghan Markle, and this is Doria. And these are other family members who are not in the picture whatsoever, because Meghan Markle, she cut them off completely. And that was probably done at the instruction of Doria Ragland, her own mother. And the reason for that is obvious and simple, and that is that they wanted all the properties under their name, especially under Doria's name, not Meghan's name, obviously. But you never know. Maybe Meghan asked for half of the share. Who knows? But this is the family photo. And then I want to actually show you some other fun stuff here, because it gets very, very interesting. So this is Ragland. This is where Ragland had a stand at the Melrose Trading Post at Fairfax High School in Los Angeles, where Meghan's mom Doria went to school. You can see the close association Doria had with her father, and the reason is solidified even more that she would not share anything from her father to anybody else. Nearby vendors told Daily Mail, Daily Fail, or Daily Garbage from how Ragland often lugged an electric collection of antique from his beat-up pickup truck. Okay, so this is people. These are people who are testifying to that. Now, in the past, this is what I want you to pay attention to. In the past, Doria Ragland had businesses, according to some reports. She was running some shady business, for which it is possible, and according to Lady C. Collins, she also confirmed this news, it is possible that all of her businesses, because they were complete failures, Doria had no other option but to use those property from her father. Because if you are broke, what else can you do? At least you don't have to pay the rent if you have the house. And at the same time, what I understand, Doria cannot sell the property without the permission of Joffrey Ragland, her half-brother. And the reason for that is because then her half-brother will sue her, take her to the court. It will be a disaster. And that is not something she would want, especially now that they take pride, they boast about being married into a royal family. They do not want their family members to take them to the court. So that could be a possibility. But what we understand from all of this is that Doria was a big failure. Her businesses failed. She had some electric business. I'm not sure exactly what she did. Like, she did a lot of work, a lot of things, nothing panned out for her. And so when Meghan was married to the monarchy, remember I mentioned this in the past, when she married to the monarchy, Doria left her job, quote unquote job, whatever job it is. And the reason for that is because she said, well, I cannot work anymore because I'm not an ordinary person anymore. My daughter is married to the monarchy. And therefore, they asked Prince Harry, you need to pay me now. So Harry went to his father and he said, yeah, my mother-in-law, she needs money. Let's take a look at this report, this line. Okay, in May of 1983, less than 2 years after his granddaughter Meghan was born, Alvin, then 53, remarried 29-year-old Ava Barrow. They married while Ava was pregnant with their son Alvin Joffrey Ragland. However, their marriage also did not last. more and more reason why Doria would not share anything with Joffrey Ragland. She can easily accuse him, well, your mother was this, your mother was that, she was not nice to my father, and so voila, I'm not gonna be sharing anything with you because I don't feel like it. You never know. But this is the story, and this is how now Joffrey Ragland is exposing Doria Ragland by coming out and saying what Doria did to him, and we hope he will take her to the court and that matter will be settled. We do not know yet, but possible. I have some comments here. Karina, Barbara, Connie, Adil, Joanna, thank you guys. Kathleen, Evelyn, Elaine, thank you again. Beth, thank you so much for your support. Joanne, Connie, Cell family, again Angel, thank you guys for your. Robin, I will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Take care.